Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow, and everything feels different. You're still in the same house, same job, same life, but suddenly, the world bends to your will. It wasn't magic. It wasn't luck. It was one mental shift. And the truth? Most people go their whole lives without ever making it. But you're about to. Here's something you were never taught in school. Reality doesn't just happen to you. It happens through you. Your beliefs, thoughts, and focus don't just influence your future, they create it. A groundbreaking study by Yale neuroscientists revealed that our brains project expectation into perception. In other words, what you believe is more real than what you see. So if you keep expecting scarcity, failure, or doubt, that's what your brain will create on autopilot. But shift that expectation, you shift everything. Let's talk about those who've mastered this mental switch. Ed Mylett said, "Your identity is the thermostat of your life. You will never rise above it." Whitney Wolfe Herd, the youngest self-made female billionaire and founder of Bumble, once said, "The day I believed I deserved more, everything changed." Dr. Joe Dispenza, who's helped millions transform using neuroplasticity, explains, "When you fire and wire a new belief enough times, your brain makes it real, no matter your past." Even Oprah Winfrey credits her success to a single belief shift: "I am the master of my fate." They all did one thing first: rewrote the script in their mind, before anything changed outside. In 2023, MIT researchers uncovered how expectation loops in the brain shape behavior. These loops are created by our habitual thoughts, and they either trap us in limitation or unleash our potential. When you break the loop by installing a new identity, you override old programming. The shift? It's this. Stop thinking like the version of you that's struggling, and start thinking like the version who's already won. Your brain doesn't know the difference between what's imagined and what's experienced. So when you think like your future self, your biology begins to match it in mood, motivation, and even hormones. This isn't just mindset, it's chemistry. Here's the mistake most people make. They think of success. They imagine it someday, like a fantasy. But manifestation doesn't respond to fantasy. It responds to identity. Instead, think from success, from wealth, from love, from abundance. Feel the emotions now. Speak like it's already true. Act like you're already there. This is what Dr. Tara Swart, a neuroscientist and manifestation coach, calls neural embodiment. The brain locks in the state you feed it most often and makes decisions that match that state. In short, think like your future self, and your present self catches up. Here's your daily ritual: morning identity statement. Before touching your phone, speak this out loud. Today, I show up as the version of me who already has the life I desire. Future self journaling. Write from the perspective of your future self. What did they do today? How do they feel? Who do they help? Visual cue looping. Stick a mirror note. Act as if. Your brain sees it. You remember the shift. Repetition equals transformation. Nighttime rehearsal. Before bed, replay your best moments of the day through the lens of your upgraded self. Neuropsychologist Dr. Rick Hansen says, "What you rest your mind upon shapes your brain. So, rest it wisely." This mental shift isn't some fringe idea. It's been adopted by Olympic athletes, CEOs, actors like Will Smith, and even Navy SEALs. They all do one thing. They act in alignment with the person they choose to be. This practice, rooted in neuroscience and mindfulness, is part of what's now called identity priming, a rising biohacking trend, and it's backed by over 60,000 studies on neuroplasticity and cognitive behavioral change. Closing. You're one shift away. Here's what you need to remember. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're just one thought, one decision, one shift away from a completely different reality. So ask yourself this: who would I be if I stopped waiting? Because the truth is, your future self is already living your dream life. They're just waiting for you to catch up. If this sparked something inside you, drop a "I'm shifting now" in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more science-backed motivation. Let's rewire reality together. Star.